Hello children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. This is biology session, nutrition in plants, assessment 2. In the last class, assessment 1, level 1 questions we have discussed. So in this assessment 2, we are going to discuss about the level 2 questions which appear from nutrition in plants. Okay, let us proceed. Statement based question. Statement 1. Water and minerals are transported throughout the plant through xylem tissue. The second statement. Synthesized food is transported throughout the plant through xylem tissue. Which one of the following is correct about the above statements? So statement 1 is true and 2 is false. Statement 1 is false and 2 is true. Both statements are true, both statements are false. So which is the correct statement? Which is the right option here? So statement 1 is true and statement 2 is false, because synthesized food is transported throughout the plant through phloem tissue, but here in the statement 2 xylem tissue is given. What is given here? Xylem is given, so it is wrong. Okay, so here the answer, actually this is the first statement is correct, means the first option is correct. Through xylem tissue, water and minerals are transported through xylem tissue, so this is correct. Okay, statement 1 is true and the second statement is wrong. Next, saprotrophs. What are saprotrophs? The plants which derive their nutrients from dead and decaying matter. The plants whose mode of nutrition is saprophytic. Both the above are correct. None of the above is correct. So both the above are correct, because plants which derive their nutrients from dead and decaying matter, they are called saprotrophs. They undergo saprotrophic nutrition. Lichens are the symbiotic association of algae and fungi. Which of the following statement is correct in respect to lichens? The statement 1. Fungus supplies water and minerals to the cells of algae. 2. Algae supplies food to the fungus. 3. Fungus supplies water, minerals and food to algae, and algae do not supply anything. So here option A and B are correct. Next, match the column 1 with the column 2 and select the correct answer using the code given below. These type of questions generally appear in the MCET as well as the NEET medical entrance examinations. Okay, so Neotia, Dionia, Amarbel, Loranthus. Okay, these are the column A. Column B, total parasite, saprophyte, partial parasite, insectivore. So what you have to do is, if this type of questions appear, first known ones you have to match. Okay, so like this, Loranthus is a partial parasite. Okay, then Dionia is an insectivore. Like this, Amarbel and Neotia, they are parasites, whether total parasite or okay, you have to select. So from A and B, which is the correct option, you have to select. Amarbel is a total parasite. Amarbel So which is the correct one? B. C, it is a total parasite. And the option A, it is saprophyte. Okay, so the known ones you have to match first, then from the options which will suit your matching, that you have to be confident while doing this type of questions. Don't guess. Okay, next, why Cuscuta is called a parasite? Why Cuscuta is called a parasite? It climbs on other plants, it deprives the plant, means its host, of valuable nutrients. Both the above are correct, none of the above are correct. So here it deprives the plant, that is host, of valuable nutrients. Which of the following part of the flower develops into seeds? So it is ovules develop into seeds. Reproduction plants, you will study about it. Once again, the matching type question. Come on, match the column 1 with column 2 and select the correct answers using the codes given below the columns. The column 1, Cuscuta, mushroom, Nepenthes, cactus, and column 2, saprophyte, xerophyte, parasite, and insectivore. Easy, very easy one. What is Cuscuta? The Cuscuta is a parasite, isn't it? So this is Cuscuta is a parasite. Then mushroom is a saprophyte. Nepenthes is an insectivore. Cactus is a xerophyte. So AR, BP, CS and DQ. So option B is correct. Next, carbon become available to crop plants in the form of, in which form the carbon is available? In the form of amino acids, carbonates, or element carbon, or in the form of carbon dioxide. So in the form of carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide present in the atmosphere, it is observed during the process of photosynthesis. So that carbon is used in the manufacture of glucose, isn't it, children? Next, which element forms the part of structure of chlorophyll molecule? Iron, magnesium, potassium, manganese. So here magnesium. Plants requiring two metallic compounds or minerals for chlorophyll synthesis, they are, once again, magnesium and iron. Okay, so iron, calcium, copper, calcium, and calcium, potassium, they are not. Only magnesium and iron, its combination is required for the metallic compounds for chlorophyll synthesis. Is it possible to synthesize the chlorophyll artificially? No. Okay, scientists tried a lot but failed. If it is possible, then chlorophyll injections are available. We can take that injection and we can stand in the sunlight and we can also synthesize our own food. Okay, but nature designed the leaf such that it cannot be made artificially. Okay, in nature, organic compounds invariably contain carbon, phosphorus, sulfur, magnesium. So carbon compounds, organic compounds. Okay, next, In plants, a common symptom caused by deficiency of phosphorus, potassium, calcium and magnesium. So we have studied with the help of image single plants showing different leaves showing the symptoms of deficiency of these nutrients. Okay, just recall that knowledge. So here AIIMS, All India Institute of Medical Sciences, and BHU, Benares Hindu University, in the medical entrance this question appeared. So what are the options? Bending of leaf tip, formation of anthocyanin, poor development of vasculature, appearance of dead necrotic areas. Think D. Okay, necrosis means death of tissue, appearance of death necrotic areas. Okay, green part becomes yellow or dried. Okay, next, which with reference to soil critical elements means, what is the meaning of a critical element? Nitrogen, phosphorus, nitrogen, potassium, potassium and chloride. So here critical elements are nitrogen, potassium and phosphorus. N, P, K. Nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. Next, in guard cells, presence of potassium is essential for. In guard cells, presence of potassium is essential for maintaining osmotic pressure, in controlling cell division, in enzymatic reactions, all the above. Here the option A, potassium is required for the maintaining osmotic pressure. Green plants use the sulfur in the form of pure form, in the form of sulfate, in the form of sulfite, all the above. So green plants use the sulfur in the form of sulfates. Mineral nutrition in plants we come across. Yellowing of tea leaf takes place by the deficiency of chlorine, potassium, oxygen, sulfur. Sulfur deficiency makes the leaf turn yellow. Okay. Which of the following is considered to be the elements between macronutrients and micronutrients? Iron, nitrogen, phosphorus, manganese. Which is between the micro and macronutrient? Iron. Okay, because to some extent it is present in the chlorophyll, so it is between the macro and micronutrient. Generally deficiency of iron does not occur in the plants. Essential macro elements are observed from soil, manufactured during photosynthesis, produced by enzymes, produced by growth hormones. So always the nutrients are observed from the soil. Plants which are, so anything which is essential means which is not synthesized in the body, so they are observed from the soil. The plants which are unable to manufacture their food wholly or partially are autophytes, heterophytes, halophytes, holophytes. Heterophytes, just like heterotrophs, heterophytes. Phytes represents the plants. Okay. Plants that grow over the branches of trees without contact with soil are, so they are epiphytes. Epiphytes means they are not the parasites. They simply grow, they take shelter, that's all. They doesn't harm the host. They take shelter, they possess special roots called clinging roots. The roots will be hanging. Okay. So here the options epiphytes, symbionts, saprophytes and parasites are given. We are familiar with symbionts, saprophytes and parasites. So here epiphytes. The partial parasite is dependent upon the host for support, food at times, water and minerals. So for water and minerals. Next, Balanophora or Orabanchi is a total root parasite, partial root parasite, partial stem parasite, total stem parasite. Orabanchi is a root parasite, total root parasite. It's a total root parasite. The smallest angiospermic dicot parasite is smallest old Archaeothobium. Archaeothobium is a smallest angiospermic dicot parasite. Okay, remaining all big in size. An obligate root parasite is Rafflesia. Obligate means which completely depend on the host. Remaining partial. Okay, Loranthus, viscum, striga. Necrosis means yellow spots on the leaves, death of tissue and decomposition, darkening of green color in leaves, or none of the above. Necrosis means death of the tissue and decomposition. Which of the following is not caused by deficiency of mineral nutrition? Which of the following is not caused by deficiency of mineral nutrition? Necrosis, chlorosis, etiolation, shortening internode. Etiolation. Okay, it is not caused due to mineral nutrition. It's a hormonal effect. Which of the following ions of heavy metals participate in the process of photosynthesis in higher plants? So magnesium, copper, manganese and iron. These participate in the photosynthesis in higher plants. Okay. Next, AMU means Al-Madina University. Viscum is AFMC means Armed Force Medical Colleges. They will conduct separate medical entrance to work in the medical colleges, to work in the army forces as a doctor. Okay. Viscum is partial root parasite, partial stem parasite, total root parasite, total stem parasite. It's a partial stem parasite. Drosera catches insects by means of bladder, pitcher, tentacle secreting shining liquid, adhesive disc. So Drosera, Venus flytrap. Okay. So tentacles secreting shining liquid. Banaras Hindu University, 1980, this question appeared. Next, Balanophora orabanchi is a patent total root parasite. Next, Xanthalum album. So this question appeared in the JIPMER, Jawaharlal Institute of Pre-Medical Entrance and Research. Okay, Delhi PMT, pre-medical test. So Xanthalum album is a total root parasite. Total root parasite. The biggest flower Rafflesia belongs to a plant which is a root parasite. Total root parasite it is. Total root parasite. Loranthus is a partial stem parasite. See how many questions appeared from this nutrition in plants, that is insectivorous plants also. So many questions. The botanical name of Venus flytrap, it is Dionia. Venus flytrap is Dionia. Pitcher plant means Nepenthes. One of the following is an insectivorous plant. Saurobanchi, Balanophora, Rafflesia. These are all, first three options are parasites. So insectivorous plant is Drosera. Which one is the largest root parasite? Rafflesia, Monotropa, Archeotobium. Archeotobium is the smallest one. So here Rafflesia is the largest root parasite. The rootless aquatic, in which a portion of leaf is modified to form a bladder for catching small aquatic animals, is, here it is, Utricularia. Utricularia is an aquatic rootless plant, insectivorous plant. It will catch small aquatic animals like larvae of fishes, like that. Okay. Insectivorous plant with rosette of spiny, margined, bilobed, hinged and winged leaves for catching the prey is Dionia. Dionia is an insectivorous plant which shows a rosette of spiny, bilobed, winged leaves for catching the prey. Which of the following deficiency may cause leaf tip bending? Bending of leaf tip is due to deficiency of sulfur or nitrogen or phosphorus or calcium. It is due to sulfur. So the last question, children. Photosynthesis is a process in which ATP is generated, NADH is reduced to NAD, oxidative phosphorylation occurs, carbon dioxide is reduced. So here oxidative phosphorylation occurs. Water is oxidized in the photosynthesis, which means it loses the electrons, and carbon dioxide is reduced, the meaning it gains electrons. Okay. So here the equation representing reduction, carbon dioxide is reduced to carbohydrate. Okay. Next, water losing electrons, losing hydrogen. Loss of hydrogen is called oxidation. Loss of oxygen is called reduction. Addition of hydrogen is called reduction. Addition of oxygen is called oxidation. Removal of electrons, okay, is called oxidation. Addition of electrons is called reduction. So in your higher classes you are going to discuss oxidation reduction reactions. They are called redox reactions. Okay. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for receiving latest updates.